The final few days of the third phase of local body elections and the atmosphere is clearly charged up. The two big topics in the state, as we have been discussing on Pulse Maharashtra, are with respect to the regional parties, and clearly right now there is a lot of buzz and excitement about what is the future journey of Ajit Pawar's NCP and of Sharad Pawar's NCP. I have with me Praful Patel, a senior leader who has seen so many transitions in national politics. So, thank you so much for joining the Hindu on this exclusive conversation. Let me start by asking you the question that everyone has in their heart. Pune, Pimpri Chinchwad. Does this move beyond the two places and the alliances there?
First, you yourself started by saying that the entire elections look like more as if there's some state elections or bigger elections taking place. See what has happened in Maharashtra. After 9 years, you're going to having local elections. So obviously, there are many claimants, many people aspiring to, they always say that, all big leaders and the principal parties in the state tie up for Lok Sabha, Vidhan Sabha. So few people get adjusted to be able to represent them. But when it comes to local elections, they have all been saying very clearly, please don't do any, alliances because we don't get a chance. And that's right. Every party has its own cadre and somewhere you have to give them a chance to contest. So this is in that context. Second, now you see everybody is with everybody in Maharashtra. It's not about Pimpri Chinchwad or Pune. Of course, it is important. In Mumbai, you have Shiv Sena and BJP together, Thane they are together. In Nasik, Shiv Sena and NCP are together against the BJP. In Ahilya the same thing, we and BJP are together against Shiv Sena, and so on. So the whole state has got, and I was just listening to TV some hours ago, Ganesh Naik, hammer and tongs going against Eknath Shinde. So these are, you see, local elections. I'm not trying to say that these signals are not to be seen, but also take it with a little pinch of salt. Because post-election, a lot of things again go back to the normal. At the end of the day, the state government is a Mahayuti government, led by Devendra Fadnavis. We are here with them and we are here to stay. I'll be categorical that even in 2029 you will see us together. Now,
but that still doesn't answer the question on whether the other group will come and join you.
No, I'm coming to that. So in Delhi also our alliance with Modi ji led NDA will remain. And in fact, one of the reasons why we moved to the NDA was, after all, Modi ji's leadership, stable leadership, strong leadership, development-oriented leadership, and that is, it's visible in our country, the results and the way things are moving. And the people's faith and trust in him, because you see, election after election, you don't come third time to become a prime minister in a highly competitive world. You don't win state after state in spite of there being a very high level of competition. So I, on the whole, feel that, we are in that direction. Now, what was the reason why NCP had this division? The division was because we wanted to be with the NDA and the leadership of Prime Minister Modi. That didn't seem to be the case with everybody, and that is why this happened. Now, if you read Pune and Pimpri Chinchwad as a marker for future adjustments, I don't really look at it that way. I'm not saying that it is not important. It is significant because after more than 2 years, people are all working with each other. At least it's the local level. It may not be so easy and applicable all over the state. Remember, Pune, NCP has always been a strong force.
Now they had been out of power for 5 years before that.
And in 2017, we lost Pune and Pimpri Chinchwad after being in power for some years. So it is, like at the local level, obviously that desire to work together and, rather than split each other's votes, very combined, and especially in view of that we are anyways not fighting in the Mahi. So I think those signals, while they are important, and it's right because all of you will pick it up in that way, but I don't think it is the only marker. There are so many things which will have to be reviewed or viewed in the context of national and state elections, and especially our alliance as an NDA and Mahayuti in Maharashtra. And if that is the marker, then I don't see all these things happening.
Are you saying these things will not happen? Because, there are two things. Firstly, the local karyakartas from both the parties, from Pune, Pimpri Chinchwad, the sense that we got was that the local party workers came and said that we should do this together because this is our common ground. So in case there is any such demand from within the local cadres, because as you rightly said, the split happened because there was a difference of opinion. That difference of opinion ceases within the two parties, then the alignments obviously change.
Well, I think, it's a hypothetical situation even as we speak. So let's see. I'm not trying to say completely that it is a no, but at the same time, you can't, presume to what will happen tomorrow. And for such time, I don't think an answer can be given as to the two NCPs coming together.
As of now, you're saying you are firmly pitched with the NDA.
100%. We are with the NDA and we are committed to that, no matter what. And that is why I'm saying that the fundamental difference is that in Pune, Pimpri Chinchwad, we are not fighting with the Mahayuti. We are all fighting separately, and therefore it became an easier case for us to sit together and work out an alliance with each other.
Has there been any conversation with respect to moving beyond Pune and Pimpri Chinchwad? Has there been, because we saw Supriya Sule and Ajit Pawar shared stage after almost 2 years just a few days ago in Pune while the launch of Manifesto happened. But we've also seen the two parties and the leaders take a dig at each other. So beyond Pune and Pimpri Chinchwad, have there been any conversations between the two parties?
No, not at all. I can be very clear about it. No conversation about coming together at any level. Pune, Pimpri Chinchwad being an exception at the very, very local level. Now, if you see our leader and Supriya being on the same platform for a manifesto release, it is but natural. Even otherwise, they are, after all, a family, and they would be meeting each other during social functions or some weddings or even some institutions are, which are run by the Pawar family. They will have to be on a stage, and that doesn't really mean the political landscape changes just because you're seen together.
The other question that I want to ask you is, though you've said that this is local body election and everyone's fighting separately, which is why you are seeing that your party is also pitched against the BJP at several places. You've joined hands with Shiv Sena led by Eknath Shinde at several places. The kind of acerbic attacks that we have seen, specifically with respect to the attacks that have happened on Ajit Pawar, have fueled a lot of speculations on what the future of Mahayuti in Maharashtra will be. Is there any discord that's happening there? Why is so much of personal attack and acerbic nature?
You see, again, I come back to the local equations. And I tell you, during election speeches, sometimes, in the heat of the moment, some words are spoken. Obviously, during an election, there will be a reaction to any kind of statement which has been made. And because that is how you charge up your cadres. It's not so much a kind of a difference of opinion or a fight against each other at all. And I'll be very clear that during the course of these elections, we have met Devendra ji and Eknath ji on so many occasions. At a operating level, vis-a-vis the government and vis-a-vis the future of the Mahayuti in Maharashtra, no problem.
So if you can tell me, after this 2026 election, we have seen Maharashtra politics getting muddled over the last few years. From a point when there were clear ideological bifurcations and who stood where, to a point where it's all a mix right now. It's a free-for-all right now. Do you see these elections having any long-term impact on the political combinations entirely on the state? I'm not just talking, you have made it amply clear for NDA and for Mahayuti, but I am asking you as a seasoned politician yourself, do you see this having an overall impact on the political scenario of Maharashtra and thereby on 2029?
No, one thing will be very clear: who will become the principal opposition party in the state, because 2026 will determine whether Congress, which used to have the mantle of being the principal opposition party, does it remain, or does it be overtaken by the Shiv Sena of Uddhav Thackeray and the Manse with it, or what else is the new combination that can come up. These things will be slightly important because after this there are no major elections at all. So this will set the tone of which party will actually be, carrying the mantle of being the principal opposition party. And that has a bearing on state politics and national politics to some extent, because Maharashtra being a big state, what happens in Maharashtra does definitely, set the tone for the country. Mumbai is cosmopolitan, Maharashtra is cosmopolitan. It has an impact on other states also.
With respect to, Congress not being able to hold the Mahavikas Aghadi together, do you see that disintegration continuing and that having a reflection ahead as well? Because clearly, initially it seemed like the Mahavikas Aghadi would put up a united fight. Has it ended up helping you more?
No, that's exactly what I mean, that 2026 is the threshold to the 2029 major elections, because in between it will be no election. And therefore, the Congress, which until today has been the leading party in the opposition in Maharashtra, will find itself in a bit of a struggle, because on one side it is declining both in the state and nationally, and also if the position of Congress is overtaken by the Uddhav Shiv Sena, it will be a reflection of things to come in 2029. And obviously, if the Congress does not do well in Maharashtra, then the Congress cannot hope to be the principal opposition party as they feel they can be in the future also. That will mark the decline of the Congress all over the country.
Do you think the picture would have been different had the Congress been able to reconcile with the differences with its own allies?
Yes, the Congress should have been trying to keep the Mahavikas Aghadi alive to the extent possible. But I think, the Congress really lacks leadership at the state level completely, as does it lack at the national level. And here you have petty people running the show, not since today, but last so many years. I think the last tall leader of the Congress was Vilasrao Deshmukh and to some extent Ashok Chavan. After that, there has been a complete, paralysis in leadership in Maharashtra. They've been giving it to petty people, and that exactly has resulted in this situation.
How has it worked for you? Has it helped you guys to have better chances, better prospects in these elections? You think, at some places now, though you do not, NCP has traditionally not had much of a presence in Mumbai where we are sitting right now. We have seen that the Congress has had substantial presence here, or even in Pune, they have been substantial. Had it been a different picture, would the fight have been more difficult had they been more prominent or more in terms of being together?
You're right, because the Congress was the principal party in Mumbai, either governing at one stage in the past to being the principal opposition. Pune also, they were governing it at one time, then they lost it to the NCP and then now to the BJP. So today they have been decimated not to be even the principal opposition either in Mumbai or in Pune, and that applies to many, many parts of the state. And as a result, as I said, 2026 defines who will be the principal opposition in Maharashtra for the 2029 election, rather the challenger at least. I wouldn't say they will win, but they will be definitely the principal challengers.
Does 2026 also define who the next contender for the Chief Minister's position will be in 2029?
No, I don't think that's something which is going to be important. The reason being, I don't see Devendra Fadnavis going from Maharashtra for a long, long time. Of course, his party will decide. I can't say what. But at the end of the day, he is the tallest leader in the BJP, and he's doing a fine job. I think the state is really doing wonderful progress. People may say anything, as when you oppose, you can always find 10 faults, but no. As a whole, Devendra Fadnavis is doing very well. the state, even the Mahayuti, people may talk of this difference, one statement, a random here and there, but as a entity, it's a strong entity. And we have Devendra Fadnavis, who we trust implicitly, and he also has the ability and the wisdom to carry the allies along.
But several leaders of your party have thrown Ajit Pawar's name in the ring for Chief Minister. Obviously there are aspirations there.
There is no vacancy of Chief Minister's post till Devendra Fadnavis is there. So we are very, very clear about that. We are not in the race to be the Chief Minister while Devendra Fadnavis is there. So why should I talk about something which is so hypothetical? Every party always says, Mera neta aage badho. That doesn't mean that you actually reach there just because your workers or some people want it to happen.
Well, Mr. Praful Patel, thank you for this. I just want to ask you one last question. 16th January, how do you see the picture of Maharashtra to be?
Oh, it will be a Mahayuti victory all the way. Even where some places we are all fighting against each other, if need be, we are all going to support each other.
So the same pattern where phase 1, phase 2, we saw that all of you fought against each other, but after polls, all of you came back together. Will the same pattern?
It will continue. It will continue that way because there is no, you see, why should we support somebody else? As a local level, there may be some minor frictions here and there, but at the operating level, I can assure you that no matter even if you fight against each other, the priority will always be to see that the Mahayuti remains united, and wherever we can, form the government or whatever the ruling alliance in the particular municipal corporation, we will ensure that it is done.
Well, the battlefield is not far away. Thank you so much for your precious time and best wishes to you.
Thank you, Vinay.
Thank you. Thanks for watching.